everybody. I hope everybody had a fantastic day. Got a lot to talk about today. Hopefully, my audio is okay. Having some technical difficulties here. Can't seem to open my mic uh, and adjust the volume on the app. So, if you can hear me just fine, please let me know in the comments. Would be greatly appreciated. So we got, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. Starting with the fact that the Trump administration seems to be using coded neo-Nazi language in posts, official government posts. I know some people think I'm crazy when it comes to this stuff, but I'm right on this. I know for a fact that I'm absolutely 100% right on this. And this is something that everybody should be worried about because obviously we do not want this kind of stuff in the White House. We're also going to talk about Israel again, how Netanyahu is lying again and telling everybody that there is no starvation happening, there is no suffering happening, everything is just peachy over in Gaza. So, Fontucky, thank you for joining. If you guys give me a thumbs up just to let me know the audio is okay, I will continue forward. We also have senators perpetuating Israeli propaganda. Um, we also have something that we're going to talk about later in the week, but Donald Trump is reinstating the presidential fitness exam. I just had to mention that because I think it's absolutely hilarious. Thank you, Fontucky. The guy whose only two physical activities are golf and raping um, is going to make kids pass the stupid physical fitness exam where you got to do like the sit and reach, like the shit I had to do when I was in school. It's quite literally the dumbest exam ever. So thank you, Julie. I appreciate you guys. All right, so we can move forward then. So what I wanted to talk about first and foremost is the fact that yes, this administration is in fact using coded Nazi language, and I need people to understand that if these people are truly what we say they are, Nazis, they're not going to come out and just say it. Okay, they're going to use their QAnon, Twitter codes, the 4chan codes, in order to go ahead and because they can't. They've been operating in the shadows for decades. Like this is the problem with America. This is the problem with America. We didn't punish the people from the Civil War. We didn't punish the people that supported the Nazis back in the 1930s. We just let them go about their day and reintegrate into society without any punishment. So they all went behind the scenes. They went, and did their thing in the shadows for all these years. Now they have an administration that is promoting it. I'm going to show you the post, okay? And you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to get into it here with you guys. Thank you guys so much for letting me know the volume's okay. I'm actually really excited. Before I do this, though, I want to remind you guys, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, I will be live streaming in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on the Capitol steps at the Capitol building there in Harrisburg. Obviously, I don't know why I just repeated myself, but maybe my gummies are kicking in a little bit. So tomorrow from 5 until whenever, I will be live streaming. I invested some money into some equipment. I got a new gimbal that I'm excited to use, a new battery pack. We got our mics all set up. So it's going to be exciting. Plus, we just had one of the organizers of the event on the show. John was on the show. John Flood was on the show just the other day. So I'm going to be front and center. And also, Tom and his wife Jasmine from Fight Against Fascism are coming in from New Jersey. They're also going to be there, which is exciting. I haven't seen them since DC. And I'll be there live stream it all. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Don't forget, you guys can support us. You can support us through these lives that I do, through our normal shows, here on YouTube and even on other platforms like on Twitch. And now we're on Kick. We're on Face. I don't know what you can do on Facebook, but whatever. So there's other ways you can support us too. We have merch. If you want to see any of that, it's in the link tree, which is in the description of this video. If you guys want to donate to the cause, we have a GoFundMe set up. We are desperately seeking funds to take this to the next level. As you can see, I'm putting money into just even making it look more official, from I guess a production standpoint. Like, you know what I mean? We're trying to do the best possible show that we can with what we have. And thanks to you guys. A lot of you guys have donated and helped fund this endeavor of ours. We're starting to make some traction on social media, which is great. I made a video. See, that's what I understand about social media. We're gonna hang out tonight and have some fun. Tomorrow it's 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. I'll start. The event starts at 5:30, but I'm gonna go live around 5, and I'll be live until the event's over, or until my battery dies. Which either way I will be. So this is one thing I understand about social media. Like, I'll put a bunch of effort into a video, edit it. Like, I used to put an hour into like just editing, thinking what I was gonna say, and I would post it to TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and I would get like no views, or I would get a couple hundred views. You know what I mean? So the other day I made a video where it's 12 seconds long. It was literally just a thought in my head that I had. I recorded it, posted it. I was literally walking from my house to my friend's car who was picking me up to go to the dispensary with me. And we fucking, the video has over 1.1 million views now on Facebook, 300,000 on Instagram, and like 50,000 or something around that on TikTok. Like, I'll never understand but that's why I don't put a lot of effort into my videos. That's the reason, because you put a bunch of effort into videos and then do nothing, and then you do absolutely no effort whatsoever. And they go, this first video I've ever had 1 million views too. That's pretty cool. It's weird. It's weird. It's super exciting though. But anyway, getting back on subject. But yeah, tomorrow 5 o'clock, I'll be in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I might go live sooner. It all depends. It all depends. I'm excited to see how my new equipment works. I got everything all tested, and we've really got everything fine tuned and figured out. The only X factor is the reception. If we're on live stream on location, there will be a chance that our signal will just cut out. Or if it does, we usually will go on live and do like a second live stream right afterwards. So, but yeah, other than that, it should be a good time tomorrow. Should be a really good time tomorrow. I'll be streaming that on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, all 3 platforms from my mobile phone, which is neat. So, all right, what I was talking about earlier, let's get back on point here. The coded languaging that we need to pay attention to. Okay, it was this post that caught my attention. Okay, now I've gone over this on the show before. Okay, about the number 88. I did a whole show on the number 1488. And I'm going to go over it again here, what it means, and how Donald Trump uses the number 88 quite frequently when he refers to numbers like tariffs, or how much somebody paid for fat medication, as I think he called it a fat guy drug. But Donald Trump has referenced the number 88 over and over and over again. I think it's just because his brain is completely mush at this point, and it's just the number that comes to mind. But the number 88 is very significant amongst right-wing nut jobs. Okay, the average person is not going to know what this means. That's the point. But every single white supremacist in this country knows what these coded messages mean. Okay, these are dog whistles to very specific people. We need to be paying attention to this and taking this seriously. But this is the post, okay? A heritage to be proud of, a homeland worth defending. And then you see there's a white angel. Looks like she's delivering the Bible to the land. Yeah, but that's not the part I'm worried about. It's the fact that H in heritage and the H in homeland are both capitalized for no apparent reason. Okay, that's where the number 88 comes into play. 88 in this circle stands for HH, aka Heil Hitler. That's what it stands for. That's what it means. That's what they're trying. That's why I keep saying Mike and I are not calling these people Nazis because of what they do. We're calling them because that's what they want to be. That's what they want to. They want to identify as this. They just can't come out and say it. You know what I mean? That word that we use regularly on the show because we don't want to. We're never going to win this fight if we don't at least admit what we're up against. You know what I'm saying? If we're not going to be willing to admit that these people could commit the same amount of atrocities, if not worse, than the Germans did in World War II, we're fooling ourselves. And we're never going to win this fight if we truly think that this is not what they are. But this is absolutely what they are. This is what they want to be. Again, eighth letter of the alphabet. Okay, you got the heritage, again, capitalized, homeland, capitalized, HH. Donald Trump planted 88-foot flagpoles in the at the White House. Not 100, specifically 88 feet tall. That's verified. I reported at first it was 100 foot tall because that's what Donald Trump said. But no, they're 88 feet tall. This number is very significant in this circle, guys. I think we need to really, really focus on this. So let me go ahead and show you what this actually means. For those of you guys have not seen this before, I'm going to give you a refresher if you have seen this before. But this is literally from dictionary.com. Okay? And on dictionary.com, there's a warning. Content warning. The following article contains offensive racist language to document real world use of the term. Okay, 1488, along with other variations, is a secret code used by neo-Nazis and other white supremacists to identify and signal their ideology. That's what they're doing. They're signaling each other, giving themselves a big old high five. Okay? Who uses 1488? The use of 1488 in any form is a racist statement tied to the history of white supremacy, Nazism, and attempts to murder and or enslave Jewish people, African Americans, Latinos, Muslims, and any other non-white populations. When posted on social media, these numbers serve as a call sign for white supremacists to recognize one another. Are we starting to see the picture? Okay, sometimes by spacing the numbers apart within one's username or using them at the end of one's email address. If you see somebody with the number 88 in any of their stuff, you should really be concerned because that's usually what this means. It's not just either that or they were born in 1988. Other than that, there's really no reason to use this number in like a username or anything like that. Neo-Nazi video game. What? There was a racist neo-Nazi video game called Ethnic Cleansing, created by the white nationalist organization National Alliance and was priced at $14.88. They're also seen in flags, social media, and tattoos. I guarantee if you go through a lot of Donald Trump's rallies and stuff like that, you most likely will see the number 88 referenced in one way, shape, or form. This is a massive, like I said, this is coded language. You guys keep, like, I think people think I'm crazy about this, but why, if you are in fact a Nazi, are you going to come out and just say it? I mean, Elon Musk did. He just threw that shit out there. And then after everybody, all backlash, they throw, the salute, the Roman salute. Whatever. But no, this is what they do. These people have been living in the shadows. They've been on 4chan and now X-Chan, and they've been now empowered by the Trump administration. So I think it's very concerning when we see stuff like this, where obviously HH is capitalized for no other reason. And again, if you see stuff like that, HH, or if you see the number 88 or anything like that, that is 100% a reference to Adolf Hitler. Okay, it just is. Okay, it's conspiracy theory stuff, but that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with conspiracy theory people. We're not dealing with normal people here. You got to kind of think like they do. You understand what I mean? We have a lot of these bigger channels that are trying to rationalize what they're doing. But you're looking at it from the wrong lens. You're looking at it from a lens of rationality. And it's just, there is no way to rationalize what these people do and how they think, because most of them are insane. But again, they like their little internet high fives behind the scenes with some anonymity. You know what I mean? That's why most of these people, when you see them in public, they're wearing faces and wearing ice badges. Yeah. Did you guys hear they're offering like $50,000 bonuses? I have to verify this. I heard they might be offering like $50,000 bonuses for ICE, to work for ICE. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guarantee they're not qualified. None of these people are qualified. All they have to do is like, do you hate brown people? Yes. Okay, you're hired. What? What are we even talking about here, man? This is crazy. So, all right. So just to nail the whole idea of this home, that I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I mean, I am crazy, but maybe that's why I know what I'm talking about. These people are nuts. These people are nuts, and they do They don't do things like normal people do. Okay, so you have to look at it, like I said, through a little bit of a different lens, and just recognize that they are, in fact, just Hitler posting on government accounts now. It's coded messaging. It's like the stand back and stand by shit. You know what I mean? It's all coded messaging. So, but yeah, just to nail the point home that this is what we are dealing with, I'm going to give you guys a weekly reminder that this is not a wave. Let me play this clip, okay?
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
And we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. We're not going to quit. Fight, fight, fight.
And Tom Homan isn't going anywhere. Tom Homan isn't shutting up. Tom Homan going to run the biggest deportation operation this country's ever seen. Take it to the bank.
They're starting to get there. They're close. They're doing it in their little bubble. They're doing it in their little bubble. I turned the volume up a little bit. Who asked me that? Pamela. Hopefully that helps. If it doesn't, I could bump it up a little bit more. For some reason, I can't open my damn microphone the app on my mic. So, yeah, it should be okay. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I turned it up through StreamYard. I hate when shit doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Like, I love when stuff works the way it's supposed to. It's fantastic. But when it doesn't, it's like, Jesus Christ. Because I am our show's tech department. So when shit goes wrong, guess who has to figure it out? Yeah, duh, me. But again, all right, so back on point here. It's not a wave. It's not a wave, okay? They are doing the salute. They're getting extremely close to just throwing it out there for like a permanent thing. And saying, you know, this is the way we salute in America now. They're close. They're really close. The Epstein thing is messing everything up, though, because it doesn't make them look like the all-powerful people they wanted everybody to perceive them as. It makes them look like complete buffoons. All right, so moving on from this. But again, this is not crazy talk, guys. This is not crazy talk. I'm going to keep an eye on it. This is not the first time I've reported on the number 88 and what it means in right-wing circles. I've reported on it before because Donald Trump has specifically used this number repeatedly. And it's got me watching it like a hawk. Oh, also, later on, we'll look at Donald Trump's social media posts. Apparently, he also threatened Russia with nuclear war. Interesting. That's new. Apparently that happened today on his on Temu Twitter over on Truth Social. So yeah, let's see how that goes. He won't do shit to man. He's not gonna do shit to Putin. There's no way. Putin has way too much dirt on this guy. Way too much dirt on this guy. But you know what's crazy about the Trump administration? Like they're obviously lining their pockets. Mike and I are going to talk about it on Sunday about Donald Trump is now making like a $200 million ballroom. Nobody asked for this shit. A golden ballroom. It's bad enough he turned the White House into like, it looks like they just bought shit at TJ Maxx and spray painted it with gold paint and then hung it up. It looks so bad. And now he's going to build this golden tower, golden ballroom. On top of the $900 million plus it's going to cost to retrofit the $400 million bribe that Donald Trump took. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just lining their own pockets. But the craziest part is Caroline Levitt. I have a couple clips of her before we talk about the rest of this stuff. Caroline Levitt actually is, I think her and Trump might be a thing. I'm not going to lie. I've been watching their body language. I don't know. I don't know, but there's something about it. Anyway, here she has the nerve and I don't know how you do this to go home and sleep at night. Here she has the nerve because a lot of people are complaining that members of Congress are getting filthy rich because of insider trading, which is absolutely true. And I forget who it was, introduced the bill that would prevent people of Congress from trading stocks while they're serving, which is the way it should be. And of course, this caused quite an uproar because rich people don't like being told not to make money, especially when it's easy money. They don't like that at all. But Caroline Levy here is claiming that in no way, shape, or form does Donald Trump enrich himself, and he fully supports that they limit the stock trading. And seriously, come on, how does this woman do it? But here's her talking about it.
So I think the president stands with the American people on this. He doesn't want to see people like Nancy Pelosi enriching themselves off of public service and ripping off their
That's true.
constituents
She
in the
might be
process.
too old
As for the
for
mechanics
him.
of the legislation and how it will move forward, the White House continues to be in discussions with our friends on Capitol Hill. Emily, in a new seat today.
Thanks, Caroline. I wanted to ask about this report that the president wants to host a G20 meeting at Trump Durrell.
Yeah. So, and he does not enriching himself, guys. Nope. Not taking $400 million bribes, not going to Super Bowls and NASCAR races and UFC events and golfing in all different countries. Not enriching himself at all. I think we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it tomorrow or on Sunday. He's over $1 billion now. If you just take the airplane retrofit, which wouldn't be done until after he left office, so this whole thing is stupid because they're going to have to tear that entire plane down to the studs and make sure there's no secretive devices for listening or any cameras in there. It's so dumb. So this plane wouldn't be done, and it's going to cost $1 billion just to retrofit this thing to make it an actual Air Force One, because it has to be able to stand a nuclear blast, not a nuclear blast, but an EMP from a nuclear blast. Yeah. So this is all just stupid. It's just putting money in Donald Trump's pockets. And then again, this makes me feel like they're not leaving anytime soon. But I think Donald Trump's a lot health is a lot worse. Yeah, Rick Scott, Pamela, thank you. I have the video of that. It's funny you say that. We're on the same page. I love it. Rick Scott is mad. He doesn't want to be poor. Let me play this video. This shit is absolutely crazy. But now, yeah, members of Congress are mad because they're being told not to do insider trading, which in normal terms is against the law. Under normal circumstances, if you and I were to get some inside information and then make millions of dollars off of it, we would go to jail. We would be in prison, but Congress can do it all they want behind the scenes. And Rick Scott's not happy that they're telling just watch, this is hilarious.
I own operating businesses, but somehow
why is there no
it's suspect
audio?
Because I made money.
Can you guys hear that? Hold up. I don't know why there's no audio. If there's no audio, I can always re-edit it. That was weird. Sometimes my headphones shut off. Oh shit! Did my headphones shut off? Yeah, that's why. That's why. Hold up. I need my backup headphones. I need backups. Oh shit! I don't remember where I put my backup headset. Hold up. There we go. No problem. No. Give me 1 second here. I haven't used these in a minute. Ugh, I just gotta remember these are not wireless and they will rip out of my ears. Alright, let me just check the audio. There we go. That should be good. Alright, let me try this again.
I own operating businesses, but somehow it's suspect because I made money. I don't know how many people in the audience, how many of you don't want to make money? Anybody want to be poor? I don't. Right? So this idea that we're going to attack people because they make money is wrong. Is absolutely wrong. We should cherish all of our different backgrounds. Every one of us has a different background. I've got a business background. But what I was just accused of is making money, and somehow I can't be fair and do things the right way. So I think it's disgusting what is going on here.
I want to make money. That's all these people care about, man. That's all these people freaking care about is making money. Unbelievable. Yeah, so he's opposed, obviously, to this bill, which is crazy, man. Like, most people would love to make $170,000 a year or whatever they do just to do what they do. I mean, which is nothing. They don't do anything. They don't do anything. They don't govern. The GOP doesn't govern at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. This entire administration is a joke. The GOP spent the last 2 years investigating Joe Biden and showing dick pics of Hunter Biden. That's all they did. Wasted taxpayer money. Marjorie Taylor Greene investigated black market baby organ sales. That happened. We showed the video of it. She actually did an actual hearing on black market baby organ sales. This is in between posting about Jewish space lasers and the government controlling the weather. So yeah, absolute morons. Morons. Also, so on Sunday, we're going to talk about the jobs numbers because apparently Donald Trump is firing the U.S. Labor Statistics Commissioner after she reported that the jobs market is absolutely shit. And he's not happy about it, so instead of doing something about actually, creating jobs in America, they're just going to fire the lady that reports the numbers. So yeah, that's what's happening. But go back to Caroline Leavitt and Donald Trump. She now is saying, and this is also something I saw. Let me see if I had an article on this too. Yeah, this one. Cambodia now is nominating Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize after mediating Thailand border ceasefire. What? Has anybody even heard of this? I haven't even heard of this. Like, what are they talking about? And what did Donald Trump do? Like, they are so desperate to please this guy. Donald Trump's just mad because Barack Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize, so he has to have one. And they're so desperate to give him one. For what? For what? People are dying under this guy, not just in the United States, but in Gaza. People are dying. They're starving. They're past the point of no return. Some of these people are so malnourished that if you gave them food and they just started gorging themselves because obviously they're hungry, they would die because their organs would fail. Like, without proper medical attention, a lot of these people are going to die. And the U.S. is funding it. The United States is funding it 100%, without question. But anyway, here's Caroline Leavitt talking about this Nobel Peace Prize shit. I'm like, what is this, man? This is so weird and dystopian.
The president has now ended conflicts between Thailand and Cambodia, Israel and Iran, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, India and Pakistan, Serbia and Kosovo, and Egypt and Ethiopia. This means President Trump has brokered, on average, about one peace deal or ceasefire per month during his 6 months in office. It's well past time that President Trump was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
Has anybody heard about any of that? Like, brokering peace deals one a month, yo. We're saved. While he's simultaneously threatening nuclear war with Russia, these dumb fucks want to give him a Nobel Peace Prize. He's about to start nuclear war with Russia. And they're like, give him a Peace Prize. Oh my God, I want to scream sometimes. These people are so insane. So crazy. But all right, moving on. This Nobel Peace Prize shit, though, has me laughing. Like, it's so pathetic. Let me go over some news articles real quick before we get into, like, the Gaza stuff, because there's a lot for that. So, anyway, just so we know who, no, never mind. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten to that video yet. Oh, saw this today. Kamala Harris apparently is not planning on running for governor of California in 2026. This most likely means maybe she is going to run again for president if we even have an election in 2028. More information's coming out about the last election, though. There's a whistleblower apparently too, so things are getting a little interesting. And don't forget, we are going to have Election Truth Alliance and Smart Elections on the show again on the 19th. So just a little over 2 weeks from now, we will be having them on here featuring all of their information that they've gathered. Last show was extremely informative. We packed a ton of information in there, and we were not able to get through it all. So I'm actually looking forward to them coming on again. And Brandy from TikTok's coming on too, so that'll be a lot of fun. She was great last time. So, all right, so yeah, so Kamala Harris is not running for governor of California in 2026. So I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. I'm kind of lukewarm about the whole idea of her running again. I thought she would have made a great president, for sure. Obviously much better than Donald Trump. Jesus Christ. Yeah, a wet rag is a better president than Donald Trump. Like, this guy is pathetic right now. You know what I mean? If she does run again, I'll vote for her again. Absolutely, 100%. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see, because I'm still very kind of pessimistic at this point of even we're going to have. If we have an election, I don't think it's going to be free and fair. They're already trying to gerrymander the shit out of states. Texas? Jesus Christ. This is impossible for a Democrat to win Texas right now. Impossible. We're going to talk about that on, I forget, Monday or Monday as well. Like, this is getting out of control. This is getting out of control. And I keep saying these people act like they're not going to give back power. Like, why would you go through all these horrible policies that obviously hurt millions of people just to hand it over in 4 years? It doesn't make any sense. Unless you're making a permanent change, which is what I think they're doing. So also in the news, FEMA is sending $608 million to build migrant detention centers around the country. So all of you MAGA out there that were yelling last year that FEMA money was going to house undocumented migrants, well, guess what? FEMA money is now going to to house undocumented migrants. They're doing exactly what you said they were doing, which they weren't under the Biden administration. But now they're quite literally doing it. And not a peep out of the right. Not a peep out of the right. You know what I mean? For once, I would like the Trump supporters to stand on business, like the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Like, you guys say you want to be about protecting kids and all that shit. Well, now is your opportunity. Like, you can walk away. You don't have to be a Trumper. You can move on with your life. There are other things you can do with your life. But, you know, the problem I think we have is most of these people have made their entire identity Donald Trump. Like, it's not just, like, I don't have any Kamala Harris merch right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if she won, I wouldn't be walking around in Kamala Harris merch. Like, the election's over. These people are still wearing Trump merch. All the time. All the time. It drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely crazy. But anyway, again, back to this. FEMA is spending your emergency relief money. So let's hope there's no flooding or hurricanes during hurricane season this year. Because if there is, you're fucked. Like, with a capital fucked. Like, y'all are cooked. For reals. They're sending actual FEMA money to do this in America. That's Alligator Alcatraz, by the way. Looks so cozy, right? Yeah, I hope somebody's watching where these flights are going. That's all I got to say. Because I've still not seen any stories or seen any videos of migrants getting back to their country of origin. I've not seen one. I've not seen, well, I'm sorry, I'm not being conspiratory, or, you know, I don't want to be a conspiracy theory guy, but I've not seen any videos or heard any stories of migrants, because usually you would think they would get back to their country, get on the news in their country, and be like, I got treated extremely poorly, blah, blah, blah. That's not happening. That's not happening. So where are these people going? Where are these people going? You think they're just going to be treated like animals and then go back to their country of origin and just pretend like it didn't happen? No, they'd be on the news. They'd be on social media saying, this is what happened to me during the Trump administration. So, like, I want to know where these people are going, man. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. You know, there are too many rumors right now going around, but I'm afraid people are going to die. If they haven't already, we just don't know about it. People could be dying. We don't even know if they're truly deporting people. We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know what is happening behind these tents. And like those tents are not going to survive. They barely survived a heavy rain. They're not going to survive a hurricane. Yeah, so FEMA money is going to do that. I also found a interesting article in my hometown's newspaper today. Trump administration is launching a new private health tracking system with big tech's help. What did I tell you guys? What did Mike and I tell you guys? They want us to wear wearables so they can monitor everything about us, including our health information. They would have access to literally everything. Medications, doctors, treatments. They want us to like wear wearables so they can track us in real freaking time. And this is what Palantir is for. This is what Palantir is for. Doge was not to do anything that had to do with efficiency. It was to steal our information, to give it to Palantir. And then now, Make America Healthy Again wants us to wear wearables. Like wearing a digital watch, but it reports all of your location and data in real time. So, yeah, Trump administration is pushing an initiative for millions of Americans to upload personal health data and medical records onto new apps and systems run by private tech companies, i.e. Palantir, promising that it will make it easier to access health records and monitor wellness. Yeah, okay, sure. We believe you. We believe you. You're not going to do anything nefarious with all of our medical information, are you? Right? You wouldn't do anything. There are enormous ethical and legal concerns, says Lawrence Gossett, a Georgetown University law professor who specializes in public health. Obviously. So yeah. So they have apps they want you to upload all your stuff into. Actually, Grok, I think Elon Musk did that, where you can upload all your health information into Grok, which is fucking crazy. If you honestly think that that's not crazy, uploading your health information into Elon Musk's AI. That's nuts. Mecha Hitler? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, but this is part of this. I want to monitor you in the RFK Jr. suggested wearing wearables, and now they want to make apps to monitor all of our health information. It's just a matter of time before they can access our personal phones and watch everything we do and hear everything we do. All the rules are out the window, guys. All the rules are out the window with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything is possible. Anything is possible. But anyway, I do have a video though. It's quite funny of Dr. Oz. I don't even know what he's talking about. I don't care. But listen, to Dr. Oz is just a joke of a doctor. If he is Dr. Oz a doctor? Hold on a second. I gotta look this up. The things I type into Google search. Is Dr. Oz a doctor? Oh, he is. Okay, he's all right. So he's at least an actual doctor. Okay, all right, but he's an idiot though. He's a nut job. All right, TV personality, and of course a diehard Trump supporter. So here's Dr. Oz. But look at this is the beaming picture of health, Donald Trump. Because let's not forget, just back in April, he had a physical and he was as healthy as a collegiate wide receiver. Now here he is, barely. He can't keep his eyes open. Look at him falling asleep sitting next to Dr. Oz.
A fraud war room using this kind of technology, because we'll know who you are and who your doctor is. We can block this. We're going to have remarkable advances in how consumers can use their own records. We'll have beneficiaries be able to get MAHA advice and prevention tips, and even be able to nudge them and reward them perhaps for that. And
what?
All this comes back to one fundamental issue, Mr. President, which is leadership. I think 60 people, the biggest, the best, the willing came forward because of your leadership, because you weren't going to take no for an answer, and they know it. We are building a robust and safe, I emphasize that, safe system. It's going to protect the data better than we could have imagined. We're going to be able to accomplish goals that all of us wished from day one that would be in place. These pledges are now confirmed. They're signed in public. And you have therefore empowered Americans to own their property, which is their medical records.
So that's what he's talking about, right? He's talking about the app. Yeah. All right. All right. No, I'm not putting my information into a government app. My medical information, especially if it's run by Donald Trump's administration. There's no fucking way. There could be benefits to having like a universal database of health information. Like if if you had like people will have health if they have more the necklaces or the wristbands that says they have like allergies or something like that, or some kind of disorder or something like that. My daughter, like, she has to wear something because she can't have MRIs because she has a cochlear implant and it has metal in there. So if she had an MRI, it would literally rip it out of her head. So there would be an advantage to having something that if a paramedic showed up, they could scan and just get all your information. That kind of makes sense. But the way they're talking about it is just to straight up monitor everything that we do, every medication that we take. Quite literally, women. You want to talk about monitoring women's pregnancies? But when they put their information into an app and have to wear a wearable at all times, God forbid they have a miscarriage, they're going to comb through all that information, and then eventually they're going to find something and blame the miscarriage on the woman, which they've already done. They've already done that. The miscarriage part, not the wearable stuff. But that's coming. That's coming, man. I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm not crazy. If anything, I'm right on the money with this stuff. So, yeah. But as Trump is sleeping, we've all seen the pictures. I've shown it a million times. Cankles, and then his hand, the bruise. Something's going on with Donald Trump's health, and they're not telling us. I do have this other video I can show you guys. This is, I don't know what this twitch is, but watch him leave, and he does this weird shoulder twitch, and you can tell it throws him off. He looks at the camera and waves, but just watch this real quick.
Can I ask you about lighter talk, Mr. President? Can I ask you about lighter?
Maybe he just got caught on the podium there. Who knows? It's hard to say. But I just think Trump's health is a lot worse than... his hearing's getting really bad, too. He's been having to ask reporters a lot of times to repeat themselves. So, again, but this was in April. I'll play the video again. This was in April, guys. They're talking about his physical and how healthy Donald Trump is, and it's only 3 months later now? 4 months? He looks like shit.
I can tell you there was certainly a lack of transparency from the former president, from the entire former administration, and frankly, a lot of people in this room when it came to the health and the competence of the former president of the United States, Joe Biden. There was one of the greatest cover-ups and frankly political scandals this nation has ever seen. It's been unraveled in some recent books that are being written by journalists who engaged in that cover-up and scandal, which is quite ironic. But this president is clearly committed to transparency. You in this room see him and hear from him on a daily basis. You in this room know from covering him, it's hard to keep up with him. He is a machine working around the clock every single day. And the physician, after today's physical, will provide an update on the report in the...
He's a machine, y'all. They're trying so hard to... It's honestly pathetic. He's 80 years old, for crying out loud. Like, he's not a machine. He's 80. There's no such thing as an 80-year-old machine. You know what I mean? Just give it up. Give it up. If he has health problems, just say he has health problems. I mean, Jesus Christ. But, yeah. Anyway, I don't know what that twitch was. Maybe he just got caught on the podium there. Who knows? It's hard to say. Oh, but Donald Trump. All right, so let's get into the Netanyahu stuff. Then first, Canada, I guess, is recognizing Palestine as a state. So Donald Trump is not happy about that. While Canada has just announced that it's backing statehood for Palestine, that would make it very hard for us to make a trade deal with them. Oh, Canada. I don't understand what Canada's recognition of Palestine has to do with us doing trade with Canada. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But it, hold on 1 second here. Let me pull up Mark Carney's post. So this is what Mark Carney posted. And kudos to them. Kudos to them. I'm gonna play a video that's gonna make you sick to your stomach of how Donald Trump just thinks of Gaza. Because I have several videos actually of Donald Trump talking about his intentions with Gaza. So, but here is Mark Carney posting, an airlift of Canadian aid landed Gaza today with thanks to His Majesty King Abdullah II and our Jordanian partners. Canada has dedicated more than $340 million in aid to address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. We will ensure it moves forward at the necessary scale. And I'll just let the video play here. But the reality is we haven't done shit to help. Israel has at all costs tried to stop aid going in. They're lying and saying, oh, we've done so much for the people of Gaza. Like, we just don't understand whether, we just told them they just need to move. Like, what's wrong with that? Go on the internet and just Google drone footage of Gaza right now. It's completely decimated. Completely decimated. Women and children are dying, not just from gunfire and bombs, but now from starvation, sickness, and it's just going to get worse if nobody steps in. Israel recently intercepted another Freedom Flotilla. For you guys that don't know, there's this thing called the Freedom Flotilla. I forget who runs it, but Greta Thunberg was on the last one, and they got arrested and then deported by Israel. This time, same thing happened. An American citizen was detained by Netanyahu in Israel. The Trump administration didn't say a fucking word about it. He was an Amazon organizer. I think he was a labor union organizer or something like that for Amazon. Beat the shit out of him, held him prisoner in Israel. Not a word out of the White House. And all they were doing is trying to bring food and medicine to starving people. And they're being starved by Netanyahu and Israel. They're trying to wipe them off the face of this earth. Okay? They're not trying to deport them anywhere. They're trying to kill them all. That's their final solution. That's what they want. That's what they want. Israel feels that land is rightfully theirs, and they're on this religious quest to get it back. And then they're going to turn it into Trump Gaza with Donald Trump. Here's Donald Trump. I'll show you the video clip of Netanyahu lying. But first, let me show you the video. This is from a while back. I can't remember. But this is Donald Trump saying he wants to buy and own Gaza.
I'm committed to buying and owning Gaza. As far as us rebuilding it, we may give it to other states in the Middle East to build sections of it. Other people may do it through our auspices. But we're committed to owning it, taking it, and making sure that Hamas doesn't move back. There's nothing to move back into. The place is a demolition site. It'll be, the remainder will be demolished. Everything's demolished. I mean, you can't live in those buildings right now. They're very unsafe. But we'll make it into a very good site for future.
Yeah. I don't see any videos of Hamas attacking. I haven't even seen any videos of Hamas. Period. Anybody been seeing any battles between Hamas and Israel? You think that would be something that would be televised. All I see is Israel attacking civilians that are trying to get food. That's all I see. I'm so sick of seeing babies starving or being limbs blown off. This is the cruelty to the next level. Fontucky's right. This shit is cruel. Then that's the point with these people. Cruelty is the point. Like I said, they believe they're on some religious quest. Netanyahu believes they are the chosen people or whatever this shit is. And then, again, that land is rightfully theirs somehow. They're just colonizing it. So, but again, yeah, just when you hear Caroline Levitt, because she said, Trump's never said anything about owning Gaza. There's the clip. I just showed it to you. Trump said he wants to own Gaza, right? Now, here's a clip that's going to make you sick to your stomach. Donald Trump saying that the people of Gaza have not said, thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, oh dear leader, for providing us not a fucking thing. Donald Trump hasn't lifted a finger to help the Palestinian people. Not one. He probably hasn't even thought about it. And here he is. This shit made my blood boil. Here he is saying, oh, I can't believe the people of Gaza haven't said thank you for all the things I've done for them. Like, what the fuck?
Should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
Say it.
Should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
What did you say?
Should Israel be doing more to
See, I told you his hearing's
Well, you know,
going.
we gave $60 million 2 weeks ago, and nobody even acknowledged it for food. And it's terrible. You know, you really at least want to have somebody say thank you. No other country gave anything. We gave $60 million 2 weeks ago for food for Gaza. And nobody acknowledged it. Nobody talks about it. And it makes you feel a little bad when you do that and, you know, you have other countries not giving anything. None of the European countries, by the way, gave. I mean, nobody gave but us. And nobody said, gee, thank you very much. And it would be nice to have at least a thank you. And I took a lot of heat. You know, when I do that, a lot of people aren't happy about that because they say, well, why are we doing it and nobody else?
Yeah. All right, so he said that they sent 60 million, which is bullshit. And 60 million is not enough. But by the way, just so you know, it's full of shit. They're not even giving anybody the food that the USAID was supposed to get. Like the countries that this was supposed to go to, they're burning it. They're going to incinerate 500 tons of emergency food instead of giving it to people that need it. They could have given it to people of Gaza. But instead, the Trump administration is going to burn it. That's what they do. They just destroy things. Jesus Christ, this guy posts like a raging, like a hormonal teenager, like seriously. But yeah, so JD Vance is the plan. I think I still think that they're going to get rid of him eventually. I really do. I don't think Donald Trump's going to see the end of his term. I don't know if he'll see the end of this year, the way things are going. But all right, so back to the Gaza stuff. I want to kudos again to Canada for stepping up when America won't do a thing, because America doesn't give a shit anymore. We don't give a shit. All we care about is lining rich people's pockets. That's what we do these days. We don't care about Americans. We don't care about people across the world, unless it's Israel. Then we care a lot. Like here is a video of Tom Cotton spreading Israeli propaganda, and I'm still going to get to the video of Netanyahu spreading his bullshit. But this is Tom Cotton. This is straight up Israeli propaganda, and just so we're all clear on who Tom Cotton is, there's the AIPAC tracker. Tom Cotton has accepted $1.2 approximately million in donations and such from the Israeli lobbying. Okay, so this is him spreading Israeli propaganda. This is sickening that we have Americans doing this when people are literally dying right now.
Chair recognizes Senator from Arkansas.
Well, here we go again. Hamas is on the verge of defeat, so it's cranked up the propaganda machine once again. Now, Hamas wants the world to believe that Israel has undertaken a campaign of deliberate starvation of the Gazan population. And as usual, Hamas can count on an international media and political chorus to fight their battles for them and try to bully Israel into submission. So I'd like to set the record straight. First, let me observe that no decent person wants to see innocent children caught in the crosshairs of war and suffering from hunger and malnutrition. Israel agrees, of course. That's why, since Hamas started this war with its brutal atrocities, Israel has helped bring into Gaza approximately 96,000 trucks containing nearly 1.5 million tons of food, 46,000 tons of medical supplies, 60,000 tons of water, and around 100 70,000 tons of shelter equipment.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit 100%. 100%. Israel is not doing anything to help. They keep saying they're going to do stuff to help, but I will show you what's really happening right now in Gaza. This is reality in Gaza right now. This is what people are doing just to get food. I watched a video of a woman almost passed out because she was diabetic, walked miles just to try and get like a bag of flour or rice or just the basics. One kid walked like 8 kilometers and barefoot just to get scraps. Just scraps. These people are just, this is not easy to watch, but this is reality right now. I don't know about y'all, but I did not see any of that aid or structural stuff or water. I didn't see any of that stuff in any of those videos. And I can show you video after video after video, and I probably will because I'm sick of Israel. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of watching people die. I'm sick of watching kids starve to death on social media, dude. This shit is breaking my heart. This is why I feel like I don't even have any, like my sense of humor is almost gone now. Just because watching the entire world suffer, just a handful of people can get rich, really pisses me off, and it really makes me angry. Like I said, they're radicalizing us. They are, through their actions. They're going to radicalize America against them. You know what I mean? It's the next step. It's the next logical step. Like I said, if you know, resistance only lasts so long, and diplomacy only works for so long, but if the people you're trying to be diplomatic with are not going to listen, or they're not going to follow the set of rules that everybody before them was supposed to follow, well, you know, historically speaking, resistance only lasts so long before the people just straight up revolt. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. They're pushing America and the rest of the world to its breaking point. We're going to go over Donald Trump's tweet where he's threatening nuclear war with Russia, which is fucking crazy, but this is where we're at. So, all right, last video about Israel, but this is Netanyahu himself trying to feed the world his bullshit. Like, just listen to this smug piece of shit.
No starvation in Gaza, no policy of starvation in Gaza, and I assure you that we have a commitment to achieve our war goals. We'll continue to fight till we achieve the release of our hostages and the destruction of Hamas's military and governing capabilities. They shall be there no more.
Military and governing capabilities?
Any more of these massacres.
What?
We shall not have any more of these monstrosities. We stand for human freedom and human life, and that is not commensurate with Hamas or with Iran, other Iranian proxies. We have fought this battle together. We shall win it together.
What battle? What battle? Schools? Hospitals? Is that what you're fighting against? Innocent people, children, playgrounds. Playgrounds, you must be angry with playgrounds. They've bombed some of those too. This is inhumane. This is why not Donald Trump. He'll be on eventually, but the International Criminal Court, that's why ICC at The Hague, that's why they're after him. Netanyahu. This is straight up genocide. And our government is funding it, man. Like, this shit makes me want to cry. This shit makes me want to cry, for real. Our government is actively paying for this shit. We can't get health care. We can't get health care because that's socialism. Kids can't get school supplies provided by the state or the federal government. They can't get free lunch. We have kids that are in debt. We have kids that are in fucking debt because of school lunch, but we are going to actively fund a genocide and just give Israel as much money as they asked for, because they're going to turn around and put the money right back into the politician's pocket. That's how it is, man. We give Israel money, they take that money, and then they put it right back into the pockets of American politicians. So American politicians turn a blind eye when stuff like this happens. This is just beyond cruel. Like, this hurts my soul to watch this happen and to watch our government be complicit. It was complicit before Trump. It was complicit under Biden. It's been complicit with this stuff since way before. This has been going on a long time. Israel's not our friend. They're not our ally. They are a threat. They are an enemy. They are one of our greatest adversaries, I would say. They're a problem because not only they did like a silent war. They quietly infiltrated our government. They lobbied our politicians. They put money in their pockets. You know what I mean? That's a problem. So we have way too many politicians that take money from AIPAC. I do not like this at all anymore. And I'm going to keep calling it out. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I think most of y'all would agree, though. Like, and this is not anti-Semitic, okay? Saying bad stuff about the government of Israel is not anti-Semitic, okay? To say what they're doing is inhumane and cruel, murder is typically frowned upon in most normal scenarios. But for some reason, when Israel does it and we call it out, we're called anti-Semitic. Like, get fucked. Get fucked. There's no way that makes any sense on this. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So, no, you can openly criticize Israel. They're trying to make it illegal. Like I said, we covered that Project Esther shit. They are going after progressive ideals through the guise of anti-Semitism. That's how they're going to go after people like me. They're going to say, "Oh, he's anti-Semitic" under this Project Esther shit, and that's how they're going to first go after the pro-Palestinian movement, and then eventually it's going to be anybody who's ever criticized Israel is going to be a target. That's what Project Esther is. This shit's crazy, right? This shit's so crazy. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. It's been rough lately. Like, it's why it's been hard to make content. I haven't even been making many videos on YouTube or TikTok, or on TikTok and all that stuff, or YouTube Shorts, just because it's hard for me. I have to be in the right mood to make content, and I can't force myself to do it. You know what I mean? So, like, tonight I was in the mood. Because I was really pissed off about some of this stuff. So, yeah, but that's the whole thing that's going on with Israel right now. Like, the people in Gaza are starving. Point blank, people in Gaza are starving. I mean, I've seen videos of the Israeli military shooting into crowds of people that are there to go. They were told to go to a certain place to get food, and then they go to the place, and then the Israeli army thinks it's funny and starts fucking shooting at people, just to scare the shit out of them while they're trying to get food. It's beyond heartbreaking. And I don't know how anybody supports this. I don't care if it's Israel or what, or if they are the chosen people. I don't give a shit. How do you support this? It's truly disturbing. It's truly, honestly disturbing. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. I'm tired of talking about Jeffrey Epstein. I'm tired of talking about Israel. I want to move on and talk about other stuff. But man, this is never going away. This is never going away. This is the reality that we are going to have to live in for a long time now. We'll be talking about this. This is Truth Social. We'll be talking about this, the presidential fitness test, which I think is ironic coming from the guy that's only activity is golf and lives on a McDonald's diet, is talking about kids have to be fit. And they got Lawrence Taylor, an actual sex offender, to run this whole ordeal. I don't know if he's running it or he's part of it. I'll show the video when I can't remember if Mike and I are talking about it or James and I think it's James and I are talking about it on the Derp State on Monday. Because this shit's funny. Like, it's disturbing, but it's funny. Like, they just brought out Lawrence Taylor because he's a friend and athlete of Donald Trump. He used to be an athlete. So Donald Trump's like, call him. Not even realizing that Lawrence Taylor is actually a sex offender. On par. So on par for the Trump administration, isn't it, though? It's perfect. Yeah. I want to find where's this post? Hold on. There's a lot of posts the last 24 hours. A lot. Because he woke up pissed off about the jobs numbers. Mark Levin, who's a psychopath. Like, he posts Jonathan Turley, Fox News, Fox Business, Fox News. He's the RFK Jr., Fox News. He's mad at Jerome Powell again. Oh, he's talking about the Russia hoax again. Yep, that was Obama. Holy shit, this guy's on a tear. He's talking about Fox News. He posted that twice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was the same post. Okay. He reposted it? What is going on in the brain of Donald Trump, man? This guy is nutso. 50% off beach sale. Oh, MyPillow. All right, hold up. Let's check out what MyPillow's doing. Let's see. 404 page not found. That was like, I was waiting for it to load. That is so on brand for Truth Social. Bro, it's a dead link. They have a legitimate MyPillow ad, and you click on it. It says... That's some funny-ass shit right there, man. That's some funny-ass shit. Oh, my God. All right. Here he is talking about Russia. What? He's talking about Russian soldiers dying? This is Biden's war, not Trump's, of course. Blaming it on Biden. How long are you going to blame stuff on Biden? Seriously? Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Here he is. Based on this is today as of 12:53 p.m. Based on the highly provocative statements of the former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of... Jesus Christ, that's the title. I have ordered 2 nuclear subs. Dude, you don't tell people the plan. You fucking muppet. Jesus Christ. First of all, you don't talk about nuclear subs. They are our most guarded and treasured secrets. This guy's out here on social media. I'm sending 2 nuclear subs to Russia. Oh my God. Like, seriously. I've ordered 2 nuclear subs to be positioned in the appropriate regions, just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that. Words are very important. What? And can often lead to unintended consequences. Yeah, we know. I hope this will not be one of those instances. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So he just threatened nuclear war, said, I'm moving 2 nuclear subs, our most top secret guarded idiot. All right. Idiot. And then tops it off with, thank you for your attention to this matter. Like Putin's going to read this and go, oh, well, in that case, you know what I'm saying? Like, who reads this shit and is like, oh my God, we better back off immediately. Donald Trump just posted to Truth Social. Hey, Muff, there it is. So, yeah, he threatened Russia. He threatened Russia. And now he's freaking out about holy shit, that's a post. That's a post. We'll be talking about this more on tomorrow show, or on Sunday show. Jesus Christ, man, this guy. Oh, okay, that's a new. Well, not new. It's just the same playbook. The jobs numbers were rigged against Trump. Okay, not only the elections were rigged against Trump, now the jobs numbers are rigged in order to make Republicans and me look bad. And cats, I love it. It's so stupid. So stupid. I mean, they fired a shitload of people. Doge did, for crying out loud. Like, were you expecting that just to not reflect in the jobs report? That's insane. American coup d'etat? Barack Obama. Oh my God. He's posting Substack articles? From who? Who is this? Oh my God, the President of the United States. The newly released, this is from July 31st. Okay, so, yeah, all right. The newly released Durham Annex declassified confirms everything with respect to Trump. Russian narrative wasn't an honest mistake. It was an intel failure. It was a coordinator, or it wasn't an intel failure. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Anybody could write something on Substack. You can literally you can write anything you want. You can write an entire documentary about Bigfoot if you want, how Bigfoot is real on this shit. And Donald Trump, the President of the United States, is reposting Substack articles as if they're truth. Does he not know what Substack is? Like, what it's used for? Oh my God. Oh, and now he's saying Jerome Powell, who he's nicknamed Too Late, should resign. Wow. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on the White House website or White House Twitter. Oh, here's the fitness and nutrition. Do they got Lawrence Taylor in here? They love, like, making videos of Donald Trump signing stuff, right? With his Sharpie. It's almost as bad as signing it with a crayon. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is great. But this is, they're reposting JFK Jr. or RFK Jr. What? Oh my God. None of these people have any idea what they're doing. You know that, right? Like, not quite literally none of these people. A summer reading challenge. Is Donald Trump participating in this summer reading challenge? Because he needs the help. He needs the help with reading. Possibly Linda McMahon should participate in this summer reading challenge as well. Okay, so Usha Vance, the second lady, is doing a summer reading challenge. Super. We live in a propaganda bubble now, man. Their goal is to cut us off from the outside world. That's the goal. The end game is to cut us off for information, for everything from the outside world. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Just because, I mean, it could, I guess, but a lot of people are going to suffer, and I can't imagine America putting up with all this shit indefinitely. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. Again, it's going to get messy if they don't stop. But again, and also, but here's the thing, like, what if Trump does get kicked out of office? What if he does get kicked out of office? You know what I'm saying? We got J.D. Vance in second in command, and then right behind him, we got Mike Johnson. So even if we got rid of both of them, then Mike Johnson there's something happens to both of them. We got Mike Johnson, one of the biggest true believers on planet Earth. God truly believes he's like the next Moses. It's nutty. These people are nutty. These people are absolutely crazy. Hey, oh my God, Liz is back from Scotland. What's up, Liz? We've been dying to have you back on the show. I know you're on vacation, so yeah, now that you're back, we gotta do some education episodes. We're gonna be talking about education on Tuesday. I got a young lady I met on TikTok coming on, and she has a son that's autistic. So my daughter was deaf, and I was a single father, so I know the struggles of being a single parent and raising a kid with a disability. So we're gonna talk about that on Tuesday. But definitely have Liz back. Liz, I'm going to this. Tomorrow, I will be streaming from 5 till whenever. Hopefully the weather's nice. I haven't even looked, but hopefully the weather's nice. It'll be a lot of fun. Brina, your son's autistic too? That's crazy. I might have a little bit of autism. I don't know. I have ADHD. I think I have ADHD. I think the problem with growing up in my generation, like my generation is the generation of undiagnosed mental disorders. You know what I mean? Like, we were the generation that, like, just dealt with shit. Like, our parents, if it was, internal pain wasn't a thing when you were growing up in my day. External pain, we treated that. If you got hurt or you had an infection or something like that, you broke something, you get treated. But when you were depressed and, like, obsessive compulsive, like, I'm very obsessive compulsive, and I'm pretty sure I'm super ADHD. But, you know, yeah. I wasn't diagnosed. I still haven't been diagnosed properly. It's hard, but yeah, my generation, like, we didn't treat mental health. We didn't even talk about mental health, especially men, which may be why we have a lot of effed up men these days, because we have a lot of people with untreated, undiagnosed mental health disorders running around the country unmedicated. So yeah, or they're just they're Trump supporters and wonder why they can't get a girlfriend. You know, we should do an episode on the male loneliness epidemic, because apparently that is a thing. And it's all on the right. It's because MAGA dudes suck. They suck. Nobody wants to date a guy who wants to rant about trans people and how, you know, kids are being groomed and blah, 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 while they simultaneously support somebody who was in the Epstein files. Not a very attractive quality in a man. Just saying. Not at all. So, yeah, so Donald Trump's administration is still it's a complete failure. It is a true train wreck that is quite hard to watch. It's like a slow motion train wreck that just doesn't stop. So we'll just keep reporting on it, man. We'll just keep reporting on it. I'm going to be tomorrow, like I said, I'll be in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So I already have the link set up for that if you guys want to check that out. Set your reminders. You can share these videos. Like I said, some of our social media has been popping off lately. I just had my first video hit 1 million views in like 2 days, which is crazy, on Facebook of all places. And our other social medias are starting to really do well. So hopefully some big things happen this year and we become self-sustaining and we can do more in real life live streams and travel a little bit across the country and report on stuff instead of just being in the studio on the computer. So again, tomorrow I'll be out in the streets having fun with John Flood, 5051, and the folks from Fight Against Fascism at the Rage Against the Regime protest. It is a nationwide protest. I believe it's just a state capital thing. It might be bigger than that now. I'm not even sure, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. Come hang out in the comments tomorrow. Again, if you want to follow us on social media, you go to my link tree. That's in the description of this video. It's in our channel pages, all that stuff. You can donate to our GoFundMe, help support the cause. You can get merch. You can also find our TikTok, Instagram for Mike, myself, and James, and all that information is on there. So yeah, also if you guys have any show ideas or any information you want to send our way, our email address is the VOR podcast and gaming at gmail.com. So that's all I have for tonight, guys. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the gifted memberships. That really helps out the channel. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow out in the street.